From Philly street fights, Judgment Day implosions, Opa Femi's Raw debut, and Roman Reigns back in the WrestleMania main event. Boy, there sure is a lot to talk about Monday Night Raw last night. So let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. We're in Philly, always a hot crowd, so I'm expecting a decent show. The show, it starts right away. Braun Breaker, the man who came in at number 2 in the Royal Rumble, the man who got stomped, the man who got eliminated in like 25 seconds, that Braun Breaker, he started Raw off. The Menace, the Bulldog. That's like a fucking puppy. What are we, chihuahuas? But Braun Breaker, he was pacing around the ring, looking like a menace. He started throwing away the announce table. Oh my gosh, Braun Breaker said, "You want to ruin my Royal Rumble, Adam Pearce? I'm gonna ruin your show. I hate Monday Night Raw." This man, Braun Breaker, is a caged animal waiting to be let loose. And guess what? Adam Pearce comes out and he starts rage baiting. Well, Braun, after your shitty performance in my Royal Rumble this weekend, I guess I'll let you keep your job. And as far as that man in the black mask, well, the last time that happened, the man who was under that mask is standing right beside you. So Braun, what are we really talking about? Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. That's what's been being said between Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce throughout these last couple weeks. F-A, F-O. And both sides are fucking around and finding out who's gonna get fucked the hardest.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
It seems the vision at this moment because LA Knight is back. We've seen him return in the Royal Rumble this Saturday, and he came back on Monday Night Raw through the crowd, taking out the vision. Braun Breaker on the outside of the ring looking at his boys get dropped. What is he gonna do? He doesn't do anything. He just watches. He just watches. He doesn't hit security. He doesn't hit anything. After ripping the mic from Paul Heyman, after getting in the face of his vision teammates, he just walks out. And after all that, you just leave? You just leave? Okay. We are definitely getting a Braun Breaker LA Knight match, but when? Where? How? When will it happen? Elimination Chamber? WrestleMania? Saturday night's main event? Is there another Saturday night's main event in between WrestleMania and all of these other shows? I don't know, but it is coming up, and I hope it isn't wasted on a Monday Night Raw. Please. The first actual match of the night, bouncy Javon Evans, clearly still selling the Royal Rumble, which I, for one, can appreciate, is taking on El Grande Americano, the imposter. This match was actually better than I expected. It was a solid Raw match. It was exactly what it was. It was a Raw match. Javon Evans getting to showcase his talent. El Grande Americano wasn't an easy fight though. Javon Evans selling the Royal Rumble Americano was making him work. This man Javon Evans hit a corner corkscrew kick. Holy shit, I had to rewind that. This man is just unnaturally bouncy. Javon Evans, he reminded me of a young Swerve Strickland. That bouncy, he can do a lot of cool stuff, but you see what Swerve Strickland looks like now. And Javon Evans, he's 21. This might be a wild comparison, but Javon Evans, Victor Wembanyama, they're both young as hell, but the future is all the way there. The future is all the way there, and they're two young men who haven't grew into their frames. Imagine what can happen when they grow into their frames. Hence, Swerve Strickland. Hence, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Holy shit, Javon Evans, your future is bright. Jorge, El Grande Americano, the OG, cost El Grande Americano, the imposter, the match. Chad Gable came back, cost El Grande the match, or a farm top of the ramp. Javon Evans closes 1, 2, 3. El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. It's coming. Is this going to be the WrestleMania match? El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano? I don't know. This was a good match, but my problem with it kind of makes Javon Evans seem like he can only beat El Grande Americano due to an interference. And that's not how I want Javon Evans to be booked. But now that I'm actually saying it and speaking it out loud, he was still selling the Royal Rumble, which I've already spoke about. So that does help it a little bit better. But this man is a Hall of Fame level troll. For the love of the game. For the love of the game. I thought we were going to get an AJ Styles retirement speech. They don't want none. They don't want none. No. This man Gunther comes out to AJ Styles' theme song and he continues to troll the crowd. Just like Goldberg, just like John Cena. AJ Styles' career has been collected due to me. The crowd hated him. He was getting FU chants and he was just laughing. And then Dragon Lee came out and I was like, what the fuck? Why is Dragon Lee here? And then I was like, oh yeah, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee were tag team champions. Quite random. Dragon Lee was putting up a fight until he wasn't. This man Gunther grabbed the ring bell and clocked his shit. After that, he might as well have killed him. He almost did kill him. I think we seen the last breath come out of Dragon Lee. He was on the ropes. The body just, boom. there's no more. This man Gunther kills a man and proceeds to put on a Burberry coat and walk out laughing. Gunther, where do you go from here? You just killed AJ Styles. You'll probably maybe have a match against Dragon Lee. I don't know. You just ended his life. Where does Dragon Lee go from here? But what is going to happen? What is Gunther's road to WrestleMania gonna be? Speaking of that fucking round of finding out, Adam Pearce had Paul Heyman find out one more time because he told him LA Knight was escorted out of the arena. Paul Pierce wasn't behind.
Is wrong with you?
So all this fucking around and finding out, Adam Pearce, are you playing both sides, buddy? Are you playing both sides? Oba Femi's Raw debut, he came out and looked like a monster. He looked like a beast. It was at the expense of the Viking Raiders. Man, shout out to the Viking Raiders. But Oba Femi came out and he crushed them. They thought they were gonna have a tag team match, but no, he sent them 10 feet in the air, slammed them down, came out and made them look like jobbers. They quite literally jobbed for Oba Femi, and then he just walked back out like nothing happened. Oba Femi's on Raw and his presence is gonna be felt. He's being packaged as that unstoppable force, that immovable object, quite like people in the past have been. So are Oba Femi's first matches on the main roster gonna be against local talents? Is he gonna squash until he gets that one big feud? I don't know. But Oba Femi, WrestleMania is on the table. I need to have something big happen. I need something big to happen. Come on, Oba Femi, you can't be squashed in tag teams. The tag team titles do not need to be your first goal, Oba. Just come out, look like a beast, and get yourself right. We're getting a lot of Finn Balor mentions. We get the NXT promo packages, and today he said he's not afraid of being a bad guy anymore. He's been in this business for a while, and now he can fully embrace it, and he's fully embracing becoming the next World Heavyweight Champion. CM Punk, his sights are set on you. There's so many different routes and pivots and directions coming out of the Judgment Day. It's all interesting. Is the Judgment Day even whole anymore? Are the Judgment Day gonna implode? What is happening with the Judgment Day? And I think that is a big point of what this episode of Raw is about. There's a lot of shit going on in the Judgment Day. Finn Balor is going after the World Heavyweight Championship. Liv Morgan won the Royal Rumble. Raquel Rodriguez is fighting for the Women's Championship tonight. Dirty Dom, he's the Intercontinental Championship. What is happening? You can look, but you can't touch. You keep dreaming on the stars above. The Bella Twins are back, and are they washed? I don't know. My hearing might have been going in and out during that segment, but the Bella Twins came out in the Philly crowd. I don't know if they were too much behind them. I mean, Nikki Bella was just trying to kill Stephanie McCare going after her championship, but Big Bella is back. These are the Bella Twins. These are WWE Hall of Famers. The Philly crowd started chanting for Coop Nikki Bella's rumored entanglement, and guess what? She decided to say, haha, Probo baby. Oh man, you just outed yourselves on national television, on Netflix. This man Cooper DeJean's about to be like, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. It ain't nothing cut that bit up. Oh my gosh, you can't go doing that, Nikki Bella. You can't go doing that, Nikki Bella. You were married to John Cena. You should know that. But they make it known that their sights are set on the Women's Tag Team Championships. Where do the Bella Twins go? Is there a future feud between them two? Are we going to run that back one more time? I don't know. I want to see what happens because that first impression of them being back last night, it did not really hit, and I'm sorry. Settle, middle. Penta versus Bronson Reed, the next match on Monday Night Raw. This was a Bronson Reed beatdown until it wasn't. Penta got the upper hand. Once Penta gets the crowd and gets in control of this match, it's looking good. Penta looks good, but somehow the ref gets knocked down, and guess what? Bronson Reed is back on top. The Vision is back out. They come to kill Penta, just like they were doing in the beginning. This man Penta was eating these hits, but L.A. Adam Pearce, I thought you escorted him out of the building. Are we playing both sides, Adam Pearce? I'll ask it one more time. But LA Knight is back and he chases the Vision out of the arena. He beats up Bronson Reed. Somehow, someway, Penta wins this match due to a countout. Penta beats Bronson Reed due to a countout. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Dirty, dirty Dom. Dirty, dirty Dom. Dominic Mysterio is back, and he's back for one reason only, to introduce the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is back, and she comes out and she lets it be known that the future is in her control. Will she go to SmackDown and face Jade Cargill? Will she stay on Raw and go after Stephanie McCare? Who knows? She might pop out on NXT tonight. Will she have a face down with JC Jane? I'm betting my money on it. I'm betting my money on it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Even though they were cutting a heelish promo, they were still getting cheered, especially Dirty Dom. He didn't get booed once. Not booed once. At this point in time, my thoughts were, was my theory true? Are Liv and Dom gonna be pushed out of the Judgment Day? Are they gonna be the good guys going forward into this WrestleMania road? This is what I was thinking at this moment. Raquel Rodriguez now makes her entrance. She's about to have a Philadelphia street fight with Stephanie McCare for the Women's World Championship. And she fake presses the shit out of Liv Morgan. Why did you eliminate me from the Royal Rumble? I thought you were my chiquera. Come on. Liv Morgan tries the gaslighting shit. A win for one is a win for all in the Judgment Day. Come on, come on. Raquel's like, yeah, I get what you mean, but stay the fuck away from my match tonight. And in this moment, I'm thinking, could Liv Morgan possibly come out and reverse help Raquel Rodriguez win? Will the Judgment Day help Raquel Rodriguez win? And somehow, some way, Raquel Rodriguez isn't happy with that, and she somehow, some way gets that Liv Morgan storyline going into WrestleMania. My mind is thinking all these moments, all these pictures, all these outcomes are happening. They're swirling. My mind is racing. This Women's World Championship match was the main event of Raw, and it was a decent match. I like how Stephanie McCare was fighting like she was not afraid of the bigger threat in Raquel Rodriguez, but the way she's fighting, it's also fighting like an underdog. She's telling that story of, yes, you're the bigger threat. I'm not scared of you. But I still understand that the impact you have, the size you have, it can cause me to lose my moment, my belt at any time. Man, Stephanie McCare is so smooth. She is so special. That knee she hits on the apron, that shit hurts. I spoke about this before. Sticking your knee into their neck on the hardest part of the ring. Sheesh. And then she continued to do a dive. Stephanie McCare hurt. Oh my gosh. Shout out to both of these women for keeping the match going, even when the chair popped out from the corner. It popped out. Raquel Rodriguez. Do the chairs have something against her? Because all match, the chairs were not on Raquel Rodriguez's side. First, it popped out of the ring. They had to improv. They had to pick up on the spot. And then she tried to throw a chair into the ring when she's going after the highly, in my opinion, overused chair spot where you just throw a million chairs in the ring. I think it's credit to Terry Funk. But every Extreme Rules match, every no disqualification, every no holds bar match, I feel like that chair spot is in the match. Stephanie McCare gets her first Devil's Kiss countered like always in a big match, and Raquel Rodriguez has the upper hand. But before Stephanie McCare hit that Devil's Kiss, I was like, damn, the chairs are right there. The stairs are right there set up outside of the ring. Why don't you hit it on the stairs or the chairs? Fast forward a few moments later, she hits it on the stairs and the chairs. Holy shit. When she was hitting it on the stairs, especially Raquel Rodriguez, she was eating that bump face first, flat as hell. I was like, holy shit, you could pin her right here and win and I wouldn't be mad. I don't know though, was Philly fully invested into this crowd? Were they fully invested into the show? To me, they weren't loud enough, and Philly is usually a loud crowd. WrestleMania 41, they were slightly quiet, but it was freezing cold outside, so you gotta pass. But now Philly, are you losing your momentum? Are you becoming one of the lesser favorited crowds for the WWE Universe? This was a good back and forth match, and when the Judgment Day finally came out, I thought Raquel Rodriguez had the match won. When Liv Morgan came out and she tried to give Raquel the belt, I was like, oh, that's all you got out of this Liv Morgan spot? But then Roxanne Perez comes out while Raquel and Stephanie are in the corner, which was a perfectly executed finish to this match. Back and forth battle. They're both trying to get the upper hand. They're going back and forth. You think Raquel is going to powerbomb Stephanie through the table, but no, Roxanne gets put through the table. You think Stephanie's going to put Raquel through the table, but no. It ends up going to Stephanie McCare, though, who flips Raquel Rodriguez through the table, courtesy of a Hurricane Rana, and then she hits her spiral twist from the corner. 1, 2, 3. Stephanie McCare gets the win. She retains her Women's Championship. Is it the Judgment Day's fault? Is Raquel Rodriguez somehow going to find a way to shift the blame on the Judgment Day? I don't know. The story of Liv Morgan, the story of the Judgment Day implosion, all of these different storylines, angles coming out of the Judgment Day. You can't say Judgment Day does run Raw, even though that was the main event wrestling match of the night. That was not the main event of the show because Roman Reigns is there, and nobody's bigger than Roman Reigns, and he just won the 2026 Royal Rumble. He has his sights set on the WrestleMania main event. CM Punk on one side, Drew McIntyre on the other. Who will he choose? We don't know. So let's get into this promo. Roman Reigns comes out all giggly and happily at first. He's like, Philly, we have history. We've had our ups and downs. And I'm like, damn, is he cutting a super face promo? Is this the direction we're going to Roman Reigns? Is he about to be super giggly, jumpily? Like, I don't really like it. He was being himself. It seemed like Joe. It didn't seem like Roman. R.I.P. Drew McIntyre, though, many times throughout this segment because Roman Reigns asked the crowd, can you help me choose? And CM Punk, before he even could say it, got all the cheers. And Drew McIntyre booed out of the arena. Nobody was with it. CM Punk chants were echoing through the arena. Roman Reigns smiled, put his mic in the air. CM Punk comes out the best in the world. Holy shit, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, stare down. So we thought he walked right past Roman and looked straight into the camera. Finn Balor, you're a baddie. I knew it. My sights are set on you. He just walked right past Roman Reigns, and the visuals were amazing. You had CM Punk staring into the camera, but you also had Roman Reigns in the background like, the fuck? I'm the OTC, TC1. This place is up and running because of me. You just walk right past me in my ring. You disrespect me. But then CM Punk, he's like, what are you on, buddy? This is my show. I'm the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. You must have thought this was SmackDown or something, right? I like the direction this storyline is going already. CM Punk not afraid the big dog. The big dog. Punk starts digging into Roman. Yeah, I know you're gonna choose Drew because he's an easy way out. You go on these podcasts and you say that there's no creative, nobody took charge. When you're on your quarterly vacations and say you're gonna just make a big return, blah, 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 blah. I'm here, I'm busting my ass. I'm going to 10 different countries in 3 weeks. That's why I'm the world champion. Oh my gosh, CM Punk is digging into Roman Reigns. And that giggly smile is getting angrier and angrier as the words come out of CM Punk's mouth. Roman Reigns though, Roman Reigns, he was with the shits because he said, Phil, you think I'm stupid or something? You're doing all these shows because you were gone 10 years. Hell, I'd be trying to do it too if I was as stupid as you. Damn, Roman Reigns means business, and CM Punk, he's set it for you. He doesn't need a lot of words. He doesn't need to up himself with the crowd. He looks at you dead in your eyes and he says, I'm choosing you because I hate you. Roman Reigns now joins the CM Punk hate train, and that's his reason for choosing him for the WrestleMania main event. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, the WrestleMania main event. Holy moly, did I ever think we would get here 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Hell, tell me Roman Reigns versus CM Punk in the main event of WrestleMania, I wouldn't have believed you, but we are here. The road is set. The first promo, the first shots, they've been fired. OTC, TC1 versus the best in the world. Now, Jon Moxley just needs to come back to WWE and have a storyline with CM Punk revolving around his hatred for him. Because CM Punk seems to think since he brought the Shield into WWE, he could just bitch them around. They're not with that. He got the Seth Rollins feud. He's getting the Roman Reigns WrestleMania main event. Now, we need the Jon Moxley tie it all together. Finish the story. Finish the story. That was a great way to end the show. Roman Reigns went from being that giggly, non-Roman Reigns and Joe guy to being locked in. Tribal Chief, 0 to 100, staring through your soul just like that. And I think CM Punk loved it. I think CM Punk wants that. I think that's exactly what CM Punk wanted to do. You said nothing has happened. You said creative hasn't changed. Boy, I'm going to make you work, and we're about to cook something so special. I hope Roman Reigns doesn't disappear for another month and a half. I hope he's here on the road to WrestleMania. I hope we get to see Roman Reigns weekly, if not every other week, if not at least a couple times a month. Please, Roman Reigns, you don't have to be there. Maybe send in a video package. Do something live from satellite. Please make this story entertaining. It is the main event of WrestleMania. You were there together last year. You need to tell something new this year. Get us involved. Get us invested. Please. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good post-Royal Rumble Raw. Stories move forward. Oba, Femi shine. Both Royal Rumble winners got their shine, especially Liv Morgan. Roman Reigns shows who he's facing. Did Liv Morgan? I don't know. Both should be on NXT tonight. Both should be on SmackDown Friday. The Judgment Day. What's happening in the Judgment Day? Uh-oh, it's Judgment Day coming. Maybe they bring back the Judgment Day pay-per-view for one last event and have that be the Judgment Day's last PLE together. Have the Judgment Day implosion take place there. The Judgment Day has been a focal point of WWE television for a long time, for the last couple of years. I think they could deserve that. I think that works. I think a Judgment Day pay-per-view revolving around the Judgment Day, it's not a bad idea. Let me know, were you guys happy with Monday Night Raw last night? Were you happy with the post-Royal Rumble edition of Monday Night Raw? Do you feel like they left anything out? Do you feel like they missed any moments? Do you feel as if you could have done something better? Let me know down below. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Let's take it together. OG, DG, you know I'm here. Will you be here? I'm here.